Doesn't this cream puff look delicious? Well, is it not only delicious, but it's easy to make. So let us show you how. For the ingredients, we will need 1 cup of water, 1 cup 152 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 stick 113 grams of unsalted butter, half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of sugar, and 4 large eggs. Also, you will need 2 baking sheets lined with parchment paper. In addition, we're going to preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to bake the bite-sized puffs around a tablespoon in size for 25 to 30 minutes. So the first step, in a medium-sized pot over medium heat, I've combined the water, the sugar, the salt, butter. We're going to let the butter melt, and we're going to let the whole thing come to boil while it's boiling. Next, we're going to turn off the heat, and you're going to add the flour, and quickly, with a wooden spoon, we're going to start mixing. So this is what the dough should look like. Now we're going to transfer the dough into this Pyrex glass. We're going to let this cool. You want it cool so when you touch it, it feels warm. Because next we're going to start adding the eggs. We're going to add 1 egg. There we go. Whoops. Okay. And then we're going to start mixing. Just like that. This is what the dough looks like after the first egg has been added and mixed. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the second egg. I'm going to do the same thing. Mix it. Okay. And then I'll continue with the rest of the eggs. And remember, it's 1 egg at a time. So this is what the dough is going to look like after you have added all the eggs. And remember, it was 1 at a time. So now to prepare our puffs for baking, we can use a couple different things. I like to use the little mini ice cream scoop. Now this will make the bite-sized puffs. This is a little bit less than a tablespoon. If you want a larger size, then you want to use the next size of the ice cream scoop, and it's a little bit more than a tablespoon. And all you do is dip it in the flour and then into your batter. Or you could also be very professional and use this pastry bag with this kind of a tip. And here I have 2 sizes. Using a mini ice cream scoop that I dipped in the flour, we are now going to place the dough onto the parchment paper. Just like that. Okay, now let me show you the other way, using the pastry bag. I filled it with the dough, and now rotating it in a circular motion, you just made your little puffs. And let me show you another one. There. That's how easy it is. So these puffs are ready to be baked. We're going to bake them in the preheated oven, like I mentioned at the beginning, at 375 Fahrenheit. Now these are bite-sized puffs, so we're going to bake them for 25 minutes or until they're golden brown. If you're making the larger size, you want to make sure you bake them at least for half an hour because they have to puff and be airy on the inside. Well, the puffs are done. This is what they look like when they come out of the oven. And all we did is we cut them, we kind of slice them with a nice sharp knife. This is what they look like on the inside. As you could see, they're hollow. So they are ready to be filled. What we did is we filled them with whipped cream. We took about a cup of heavy cream, started whipping at high speed, and added about a heaping tablespoon of superfine sugar. So that's how they look. And for the final touch, we just going to sprinkle compassionate sugar. Ah, don't they look delicious? Enjoy.